All right, we are on live. It's 1:25 p.m. on Wednesday, June 16th, FOMC day. And if you guys can see my screen, look at the crazy drop. Look at the crazy drop right at 1 o'clock. Actually, it's not even that bad. It's about, it was already kind of inching down to that. So it was about total a 40-ish point drop. Actually, if I look at from the high of the day, yes, 50-point drop. But if you look at how it was right up until 1 o'clock, then it was only less than a 30-point drop. So could have been worse. Could have been worse for sure. That also means that there's good support here at the 4190 level. This is a level that we were looking at a couple weeks ago. If you guys were trading earlier in June, you guys remember that was a solid level back there. So something to keep in mind. So let's begin the session. I was able to look at the video from yesterday, and at least the audio was good. It was not cutting out, but man, terrible video. I mean, I was just cutting out every, like, literally maybe 5 frames a second, not even, maybe 2 frames a second. And yeah, it was just terrible. So I was able to change some things last night. I tested it, it looked good. But again, there is a little bit of a lag here that I've noticed this morning. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to take a look at this video again afterwards and see what I can improve. The name of the game is improve every day. So yeah, let's begin. Do what we do. First things first. What am I grateful for? I am grateful for my team. I'm grateful for my team. So my mentors, my coaches, you know who you are. My family, friends, anyone who has been there, especially those of you from day one who understand what I've gone through, what I'm going through still, what my aspirations are. This is this is something like new for me, but it's something I believe in, and this is something that I appreciate people who reach out to me to check in on me, who offer to help me, people who put aside time in their day to make things easier for me, to really make me believe that there is something to this, to what I'm doing. So really grateful for my team, man. Yesterday I said I'm grateful for my tools, my technological tools, and my mental tools and my emotional tools. So you guys are seeing a theme here. So yesterday was tools, today it's team. Might be able to guess what tomorrow starts with. No hints. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's jump into my analysis. So I'll start with the higher time frame. What do we got here? So higher time frame, we are still in an uptrend, even though this dipped below this swing low, both of these swing lows. It dipped very briefly below that, so we're still in a uptrend, but previous two swing lows broken on FOMC announcement. So let's make sure we're very clear on that. So actually, before I jump into this, some takeaways from yesterday so that I'm clear with everyone. Actually, I should probably put that down here so that it's clear in my mind what my takeaways were from yesterday. So make sure you can see both sides of a market move. So what I mean by that is, if you guys remember yesterday, what I did was I could only see the market going up, or after I dug in a little bit, I could only see the market being within a certain range. So I did not see, so let me back up. So I had the higher time frame and the lower time frames both in an uptrend, but the medium time frame was in a downtrend. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to go with the uptrend here. And I did not see that there was a downtrend potentially developing as well. So my plays and my hypotheses did not account for something like that to happen. So basically I was, and obviously the market could like prove me and all my hypotheses wrong. That's not the point. The point is that I did not see how something else could develop and did not account for that in my plays. I was only going one way, and I did not account for another way also potentially developing and being ready for that. The idea is that how ready can I be for any kind of market move, and I was not ready for that. So yeah, it's not necessarily that I take each play. It's not necessarily that I take each side, and that's actually the next takeaway, but it's that I can visualize both sides happening, and I can decide to do what I need to do at that time. So make sure you can see both sides of a market move, not just what is most convenient. All right. So next one, which I was saying is don't feel obligated to enter all plays, especially if one that I entered was became void. Stay patient. Oops, stay patient. Yes. So I did that. I entered a long first. Obviously, I was going long, and then I was like, oh, whoa, this just hit the VWAP, and then it plummeted. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess market is going short now. I did not see this medium time frame downtrend happening, so let me go short now. And then I got chopped up. Thankfully, I did not lose too much, but still, it was not. The point is not whether I lose or win, but whether I'm following my rules. So yes, stay patient. Don't feel obligated to enter all plays. And there's another one that was big, which was takeaways. Exit 1/3 of position for a break even and allow other 2/3 to reach fib extension targets. Pretty standard. Yeah, yesterday I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take a chance. I was pretty confident in the upward trend, so I was like, okay, let me just move my first target to the 127%, the second target to the 161%, and the third target was I think I had it as a trailing. So I was like, okay, yes, I would stand to gain an extra a third or more of a move, but the way that the market was moving, it was very volatile, and so and that's exactly what happened. It bounced off the VWAP and then came down and then came back up again. It was just all over the place. So it was better for me to exit 1/3 of my position for a break even. So even if it came all the way back down and stopped me out, you know, I would have been in a break even trade. And if it didn't, then I still have 2/3 of my position, which is very good, reach my ideal target. So those are my takeaways. I'm going to play it that way. Actually, one caveat to that, but don't trade this with fear, but with conviction that this is my trade plan. That's a big one. This is something that I noticed a few weeks ago when I was trading is I would just do this trade. I was like, okay, let me just take a chance, and you know, if it moves a few points, awesome, I'm in. And I would just kind of pray for that. I'd be like, oh, okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and then all of a sudden it hit me, or it hit the first target, and I'd be like, whew, now I'd be chill. And the ups and downs in that is not something that like that's not how I want to be trading, right? That's not how I earn my stars. You know, like, okay, this is my plan, this is the expected outcome, this is why I'm doing this. So no fear, like no anxiety when I'm in the trade. So that's my caveat to that. So those are my 3 takeaways. I think I got everything. If not, so be it. Those are good. Those are 3 really good takeaways. If I can put into practice those are solid. Let's go back down to today. So the higher time frame, uptrend, previous 2 swing lows broken on FOMC announcement. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So this kind of changes up a lot of things. This, I mean, this is, you know, I don't even know if we can really do much technical analysis on this specific move other than, you know, the low that it dipped down to. So I'm going to actually zoom out a little bit more. All right, so previously I had the 0% level. Let me show you guys. See my thinking face. Okay. All right. So down here, there you go. All right, so down here we had the 0% level at 41.76. Went up all the way to 42.37, and then dipped down to the 38.2% level, hit the 127% level, like very like solid moves here. And so it got exhausted and it came back down to the 23.6% level, interestingly enough. And are we good there? Question is, are we good there? Or are we needing to come back even further down to pick up more buyers? Let's zoom out here and let's go to the daily chart. Let's see if there's any fib levels that are forming that I did not see. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to early May, yeah? Early to mid-May. So what do we got here? So if I have a fib, what I'm going to do is bars only. Let's do that. Okay, really curious to see how the stream comes out, because there's a good bit of lag on my screen. Okay, so I'm gonna have the fib level start up here. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. All right, so there's my 0%. There's my 100, and very close, huh? Very close to the 60.8% right there. So the other level that I would potentially go down to is 41.38. So that's what we got on this time frame, on the daily time frame. Now it's of course me using the May 19th low of the day, and I might, you know, if I move it up a little bit, we might have been right at this level. So let's say I do move it up a little bit. 4,200? What is the low of the day? Low was 41.90. What are you guys talking about? So right there. Okay, so right there. So yeah, 4140-ish is the other level below that. So good to know. So let's go back to higher time frame. So analysis is uptrend, hit 38.2% level, retrace to 38.2% level after getting exhausted at 127% level, which was 42.54, 42.55, let's say. So retrace to 41.90 after getting exhausted at 127% level. So, okay. Really not much else I can say. So yeah, let's say this, okay? So on daily time frame, from 0% level from May 19th to 100% level of all-time high, 42.57, 42.60, 42, what was the all-time high? 42.58, retraced to 61.8% level of 41.90 today. Okay, that's it. That's all we know. That's all we know. So let's go to the medium time frame. So the medium time frame is in a definite downtrend. So still like yesterday, has been in a downtrend. Let's zoom in, see what we got today. I mean, barely any volume. Not much volume. Not barely, but not much volume. Let's take a look. Let's take a look with fib first. So if I leave this here, basically what I'm looking for is where was the swing high before the market confirmed a downtrend. So, yay, okay. All right, come on, work with me here. So the swing high was this before it broke all these swing lows. So I would leave the 0% there. And then market, geez, it's not what I'm doing, guys. I hope you guys can see that. If there was another camera, you guys would see that I'm not acting crazy right now, but it's just this lag is a little annoying, but it's okay. All right, so 0 to 100%, retraced, didn't quite reach, it blew past 61.8, didn't quite reach 38.2, and then didn't quite get back to 100%. So we've been in a compression now. So swing high, swing low, lower high, higher low, lower high even, and then now we just broke this level. Now we just broke this lower low. So we're still in a downtrend, but let's see. Let's look at another fib here. Let's look at starting from this, if there's any confluences, and it looks like there kind of was actually. Kind of was right here at 42.08. And now it looks like we're heading down, and we may be heading even further down to the fib 38.2% level from the higher time frame. So medium time frame, what do I got? What can I say for this? Let's add volume profile real quick. See if there's anything else that I did not catch on the move down. Yeah, so we have a high volume node right up here at 42.26. Lots of low volume area here between 42.10 and 42.17. So yeah, that would have been a good entry right there at 42.08-ish, 42.08 to 42.10. But yeah, did not enter, so be it. That's okay. That would have been a good opportunity even 5-10 minutes ago. So that's fine. Let's see what else we can take advantage of the rest of the day. So medium time frame, low volume areas between 42.08 and 42.18. Fib retracement to between 61.8 and 38.2%. Oops. Levels after the drop after FOMC. But in market compression so far in early afternoon. Let's see what else. 61.8% retracement between 61.8. Why don't I just enter this? Yeah, why don't I just enter this here? So that is at 42.08. And 38.2 is 42.20. Nice, okay. So nothing else right now. So let's go to the lower time frame. What do we got? Lower time frame is also in a downtrend. Oops. Okay, so let's take a look. So yeah, definite downtrend. Yeah, lots of volume in the last 40 minutes or so. Lots of volume for sure. But again, in a compression, lower high, higher low, lower highs. You got triple top, and I just bounced off the low of the day here again. Low of the day and the fib 38.2% level again. So there is maybe a decent support, but market is not bouncing up higher. So at this point I am going to be downward biased. How it plays out here. Market come back all the way up here, actually bombing again. So let's take a look. Let's fibs, shall we? So where is this correlate to? So 1256 right there. Okay, so I'm gonna run a fib from here. All right, so what do we got? So again, where I start off my fib 0% are either the high of a series of tops or bottoms before the market continues or sets a new trend, or the high or the low before the market breaks a series of highs or lows, at least the last high or low. So this is the one that broke that previous swing low and broke it pretty confidently, you could say. So that's the one I'm going to go with. Market did come back all the way to the 38.2% level. Jeez, that's not what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to lower this a little bit so we can see what happened during the day a little bit better. Okay, so I mean, probably one of the bigger moves. Of late. So yeah, since this morning, it's kind of just hanging out, but definitely not showing strength at all. And then, bam, it hit, retraced, went past 30.2% level, and now it's in this downtrending channel. If you asked me last year, I would have been using trend lines to be like, oh, there's potential opportunity to go low. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's just asking for trouble, that kind of thinking. Because what happens when it breaks? What are you going to do then? And what happens when it doesn't break? What are you going to do then? Are you going to preemptively enter at that time? I mean, I just found that fib was just so much more reliable, man. So there's a downward trending channel, but don't really see much in the way of fibs developing here. One thing I haven't done is run. Oops, let me get rid of this. Remove this volume profile and then enter another one. Okay, so let's enter another one from this, from the start of the look at that. That is a pretty solid normal curve with the high volume node right in the middle. So we may be getting exhausted here, or we may try to come up here and try to fill a few more. This is interesting. That's one of the better looking normal curves out there. So yeah, we may be looking to fill out orders on that side before we come back down, or we may have already filled out. It's a pretty decent looking normal curve, so we may have already done that, and then it may just hang out in that area. So let's see. Yeah, in the lower time frame, let's do. So did I have one starting here? Yes. So that was my previous 0%. I mean the 0% from the medium time frame. So I already have that. And then do I have one from here? I do not. So let's take a look. Is there something developing here? Sure is. Oh, just broke right through. Just broke right through. Pretty tempting to enter short here. But 1 point stop loss will not cut it. I definitely have to go pretty wide here. Yeah, it is tempting to do that, to enter short there, right at the high volume node. And I am going to do that actually. So I'm risking 450, 3 point stop loss, $150 each for 3 contracts. So entering short, I could get stopped out here. It's right at the high volume node. But I'm just thinking that I just needed to give it enough leeway. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But oh, maybe partially right. I don't know if it's going to continue this move down. So I have my first target right here. This is my break-even target, which I was telling you guys about earlier. My second target is right at that low of the day. That's convenient. And I don't know where my third target is. It's further down. That is immaterial if I get stopped out, obviously. Yeah, it's at that 161%. I think I'm going to move it up to the 127, but let's see how it goes. So we are at just over an hour until market close. I still haven't finished my plays, so this is actually not ideal that I just decided to enter this. Yep, got stopped out. Got stopped out for $424 loss for the day. It would kind of suck if it just moved against me, or if it moved in my direction with the way that I'm thinking. That was not an ideal trade because I already saw the market show strength through the 38.2% level. So we may be going up further anyways. I was thinking that, with enough stop that I would still be in this trade to the short side. But yeah, the market could prove me, the more I think that the market is going in a direction, I could have just, got out for a smaller gain. But I think I already shared with you guys my strategy is, take smaller losses, but definitely go for some home runs, for sure. I could have got out for a $300 gain on this trade, but did not do that. So another takeaway is do not enter trades with with market entries. So set your limit entries and then just wait patiently until they hit. And obviously this got broken, so this is no longer valid. This is coming up right back to this level and to this low volume node area. So let's see how it behaves in this area. I have a feeling that we may come up all the way to 4220 to 4220, where also that VWAP is before we jump down. So that's what I'm going to wait for then. So let's do that. Lower time frame, definitely a downtrend. This is no longer valid. I'm getting rid of this. And then the only thing that's valid is this one that has already been broken through. So yes, we are coming up, further up before we go down. That is my hypothesis. Look at that. So yeah, let's see this. So lower time frame, downtrend. Good normal curve, volume profile curve on downtrend. Good normal volume profile curve on downtrend. Man, no really other takeaways here. So yeah, I need to either stretch my mind a little bit or not take any plays from this and just take plays from the medium time frame because it's just too choppy. Just making much noise, especially because of the FOMC. So no other takeaway other than it's just choppy. Really choppy, higher volume day after FOMC. Okay, so let's get down to my hypotheses. So my first intuition is market comes up to retraces to 38.2% level of medium time frame downtrend correlating with high of low volume area and VWAP before continuing to 127%, 4177, 4160, before continuing to 127% and 4177 and 161%, 4160 fib targets. Okay, so that's obviously a downtrend. I think from now on I'm just going to combine hypotheses and plays. Market finds equilibrium between 4190 and 4220, filling in low volume areas where market dropped after FOMC announcement. So yeah, either goes down, it stays within that range. The other thing it does, obviously, is an uptrend. let's see if there's an opportunity for me to go up. Market. I don't think I can combine these. Go short. Either go short. So go short after market retraces to 41, 42, 20 towards fib extension towards fib. Sorry about that, guys. I should have had my phone right next to me. Go short after market retraces to 41.20 towards fib, towards medium time frame, fib extension targets. Go long on move from low of the day to low volume areas after a fib retracement. So if it does go long, I'm not confident that it will go long for long, because I'm definitely short biased on this day. So let's go back. I'm going to move this aside now. Move this bad boy over here. And let's see. I'll make sure you guys can see everything, or as much as possible. There you go. A little bit better. Well, a little bit better, but for me, you guys can't really see that. Almost there. Come on, you can do it. There. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's all I can see too. So you guys know the plays already. So I'm gonna leave that to the side. And here we go. Live trading now. Let's take a look. If I was looking at the fib to go long from here, did it retrace enough on any of these moves? And the question is, and the answer is, not quite. Didn't even reach the 61.8%, so there's a lot of movement to go up, for sure. Yeah, definitely if I had this here, and I had this here, yeah, well, that's one target right there. So that's been breached. And then let's say I had this target here. Yep, coming up right to that. So I'm gonna have one entry here right at VWAP. I'm gonna have to have a pretty wide stop. So question is, what size stop do I want to have? So the high before it plummeted was 42.26. So basically I need to balance between getting picked up, because if I want to do it up here and not have it pick me up, I think right here would be good. 42.22 is good because it's right before the start of that smaller volume node area, and it's above VWAP as well. So question is, do I wait do I preemptively enter here and have a 3-point stop loss? Or do I wait for it to confirm that we're actually going short and then wait for a retracement? Very good question. Very, very good question to ask. And that actually should be in my place, whether I should enter. Real quick, I need to show you guys this. Look at this cutie. Look at this guy. Hey! Hey! What you doing? I had to. Sometimes he's the star of the show at home, so gotta give what stars need. Okay, hey, we're right up here. Let's get back to work. Let's get back to business. Alright, so 42.18, right up there, right up to that 161%. In fact, man, I may just try to enter here. No, because that's not coming up to the VWAP nor the 38.2% level yet, so I'm going to wait. I think it has a little bit more in it. 42.20 is what that level is. So and even if it drops, that's okay. I'm okay with that. So where's my preemptive level here? 42.20. How wide of a stop am I trying to do? Thing is, I don't want to get in and then go 2 more points and take me out. So I think a 3-point stop loss is good. Look at that, still a lot of strength in this. Still a lot of strength in this. I think I'm gonna have to wait for a retracement, man. Really going to have to wait for a retracement. What's the high reached? Oof. $19.75, right there. I think it's gonna blow through. 20.50, 21.25. No saying. Nope, it's gonna go back up. Yay. There's more institutional interest even further up. I could be wrong. It didn't quite reach 42.22, huh? Interestingly. Yeah, 42.21 could have been a good entry. I reached 42.21.25. A little bit. There you go. He's going to pick up a few more, so I'm going to have my entry right up here. 42.23. 42. Let's see if that matches up with anything. It's just too strong, man. This could just prove me wrong and just keep going up. Market could just be so strong that it could just blow right through this as well. I am not confident in that at all. That is not a good entry. This could be a day where I just sit out, you know? And that's okay. So yeah, 42.23, I would have, not quite. I mean, just broke right through the low volume area. Went up to a high of 42.2250. Hanging out, hanging out. And this is right at VWAP too, so I need to wait until it crosses back through VWAP and has a swing high below the VWAP. That's where I would be confident entering short again, because right now, just when I think the market is going on a downtrend, this could, everyone else could be thinking the same thing, and then bam. Not everyone else clearly, but enough people are thinking the same thing where market just proves me and everyone else wrong who are thinking the same way I am, and then bam, goes all the way back up. So I'm glad I did not enter there. Actually, that was not that would not have been a good entry for me, because there was no confirmation, no good entry. Interestingly though, if you guys can see how the volume has changed in this move, volume has been getting lower, and the sellers are getting out. More and more sellers are getting out, so volume has been drying up. So we may be getting to that point. I mean, that's what I would think, right? We are getting to that point, and we're just trying to catch even more of these stops before it plummets. And I think it is going to plummet. Just when you think this is not a good time to enter, I think the market is going to plummet, just because the volume states that the buyers are getting out. There's more sellers getting out. So started getting out here. Oof, a lot more drop frames in the last couple minutes. Okay, so let's take a look. So right here, sellers got out, and again here, some buyers got in. But yeah, sellers definitely still in control, or still getting out. By the way, I'm looking at Delta histogram down there. Yeah, you guys can see. So definitely showing some weakness now, and the quantity of the volume has been drying up on this up move. So not very confident that this move up is one which has more legs. But again, just be patient. At this point, what I'm looking for is a like I was saying earlier, a plummet below VWAP, a swing high above VWAP, and that's when you know we could be going down. But right now, I think it's still picking up stops. It's very tempting to enter here. And in fact, the other entry that I was thinking earlier was right up here, right below this, at 42.23-ish. And so maybe that's where we get to before we drop. Regardless, this is a one-off case. FOMC day is totally different than any other day. Many other days, most other days. You might have other announcements in the afternoon. No crazy Trump tweets this time, but you might have other crazy things that might happen. But yeah, FOMC is completely different, so you can't really read too much and produce a strategy around FOMC days that you can with most other days. So at the very least, I'll just get out for a small, relatively small loss and just live to fight another day. And just learn that this was not a good entry earlier that I did either. So, but I don't want to compound that mistake and try to make it back, with a less than ideal entry. Oh, a little bit of weakness. Little bit of weakness. It's the stop that's really stopping me from entering, because so look at this, high volume node right at 42.25. So that's very tempting to enter there. Very tempting to enter there. Short. Excuse me. Did I even introduce you guys to Django? I just petted him. So rude. His name is Django, by the way. Isn't your name Django? Yeah, just ate. I was in his afternoon nap. Siesta. Okay. And that's what today is so far for me right now. It's a little snooze fest. Well, big move, but not one which I was ready to take to go long. And even right now, it's like I'm trying to call the top. And maybe the institutional guys are laughing at us all the way to the bank. They're like, look at these guys thinking it's going to keep going short and looking for a retracement to go short on, and then bam, blew right through that. And they're like, okay, let's see how many more stops we can keep picking up. Let's see how many more stops we can keep picking up. And we were right up. Like, we made all the money back from the FOMC. So imagine people went short right at FOMC and so much volume here, and then how much did you make back? Or how much did you give back? When did you get out? Crazy. I mean, look at this wick. Look at this wick. Isn't that crazy? 41.90, 30-point wick. Crazy. Crazy. You go crazy. Crazy. That make me crazy. Probably. Something like that. Anyways. Look at that. Look at this. 42.25 blew right through that. So yes, the market can stay irrational more than you can stay solvent, especially on a day like this. So keep your bags to yourself. You do not need to give any money to the market. It's got plenty. It's not a charity. Not a charity. Almost coming up on 40 points the market has made back since the dip. Actually, since even I came on. And I came on around here. So the double bottom, and then bam. Bam. The top now? Is it the top? I mean, right at that. You cannot tell me that the market has not reached its top. I mean, whew, more buyers. Even more buyers. Sellers, but that did not move it down that much. This is why the market is crazy. Everyone thinks it's going one way. And maybe there was just so much strength down there at 41.90. I mean, 41.90 was a strong level that we had before. So, in fact, let me see. Did I have it written down somewhere in my notes about 41.90 level from a couple weeks ago? Let's see. So I had June 10th, the last time I traded. Oh no, not the last time I traded, but the last time I put this. But we were already way above it, so let's go even further back. No. Nothing. Crazy. I swear I could have written something down. I think I may have in Journalytics. In Journalytics, I think I may have 41.90, because that level sounds very familiar. Sounds very familiar. That's okay. Alright, let's go back down. Okay, so, oops. 42.27, crazy. Do not call the top, folks. That is gambling at its finest. Gambling at its finest. I might want to call this early just because of what's going on, but okay, let's see. Some weakness. Okay, finally. After it hits 42.28, and we may not be done. Like, let's say I had entered a fib here. After a cross VWAP. Let's do it here. Come on, man. Yeah. Right through that 161% level. So yes, I think it may have finally gotten exhausted. It may have finally gotten exhausted, but that's a big may. So yes, it went up to right in between those peaks. And we may be coming down now, but it's not going to take a shot with the crazy way the market is going right now. I could have entered and had like a 10-point stop loss. Maybe a 15-point stop loss. 15-point stop loss for one contract is $750. Is that right? Because 10 points is 500. Yeah, so 750 points. 3 contracts. 750 times 3, 2250. 2,000, more than $2,000 at risk. Kidding me? Why would I in my right mind ever do that? For 2 contracts, 15-point stop loss, 3 $1,500 max risk. Crazy. Still, let's see. Now I'm gonna go short. Finally, I'm gonna go short and see. But again, the VWAP is right there, so it could be a good strength. Good support before it continues to go higher. So, not confident in that. Just playing around with things, see if there's any okay. Just playing around with different things. Definitely tempting to go short right now. Definitely very tempting to go short. We're finally breaking through. 2:35, so about 20 minutes left in the day. Are we going to go back all the way down to 4190? I don't think so. I think my third hypothesis, which is market finds equilibrium between 4190 and 4220. That's what's going to happen today, if I would guess. In fact, I can nail it further, 4210 and 4220. So I think. That makes me crazy. That makes me crazy. That makes me crazy. Just like you. Alright. What do we got? So this was not top values. What's this one? So I should use that. I mean, he's right again. It's very precarious. I can be patient. I can wait for a move to develop, and a move will develop. If not today, tomorrow. I can be patient. There's no fear. There's no FOMO. It's just trust. I wonder, I did not do this. Usually don't play the 23.6% levels, but let's see. Did it reach that? That's crazy. It did reach the 23.6% level. Almost on the dot. Maybe that's something I should look at more often, is 23.6% retracements on higher time frames. Interesting, right? So we may have enough strength. I mean, I don't know, man. In 20 minutes, that's a long way for it to retrace. I think we might have found somewhat of an equilibrium. It does make sense because you do see here how much more of the potential normal curve get filled out between 42.25 and 42.10. So I'm banking on that now, if you ask me. But what do I know? See, right back above VWAP. I think we are in a downtrend though, so let's see. I have 0% level here. 38 is right there. At 42.21. I do not know where this market is going to go, man. Actually, look at that. Right to the 61.8%. So it could be going up, folks. We could be going up. But interestingly, it's not here. Right? I would have put this here. Which in that case did not go down that far. In this case, yeah, if the 0% was here, this hit right at the 61.8% retracement. But it's not, or it is now. In fact, I also had it earlier, but just was not confident. Like, I just put it there. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, would I even have it there? Would I have it further down here where this uptrend was confirmed? There we go, guys. Look at these crazy moves, man. Insane. I really don't know where it's going to go now. Okay, just pick up a whole bunch more sellers. Or we might be moving towards 14.5. This is a really perverse game. Who plays this? Who plays games like this, huh? I could be playing video games. Instead, I'm playing this game. It's what I signed up for. This double top, I'm pretty confident in that it's going to go short. In fact, yes, there it is. That's what I want to see. Entering that bit short right there. Just feeling the market. It could retrace. I think we've, the second time through, it's broken through VWAP to go short. Timing is everything. 42.19. Increase my stop loss to 42.23. Yeah, not seeing the strength. Again, I could be wrong, like all the time. This double top. Something that I've seen many times before, right around VWAP. So decided to enter short there. Good first target right there. Second target right there. Again, I could be wrong. It could be a double top or double bottom here. I just do not see the strength. Sometimes I can't enunciate what I'm thinking before I have to react. So you guys might see that from me. That's something that maybe I need to work on. Be like, okay, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? And then say it. But at that point, I'm already making the decision, and I decide to enter, and I speak it out afterwards. So that's something that maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But I was confident in this, even if it does come up a little bit. So 6 point stop loss. 6 times 6 times 5, 3. 6 times 5 is 300 times 3 is $900 risk on this trade. I just want to give it room to breathe. It needs to pick up any more buyers. Once it breaks through 42.17, I think we're going to go down. Just noticing how my body's reacting to watching this occur in real life. I'm doing much better anxiety-wise than I was before, especially before some of the training that I've been going through with my coach. So there's a lot of things where we future pace, like Think of instances where you're confident in something happening in the past, and then now let's imagine that also happening in the future. So, yeah, definitely more comfortable in situations like this. Let's set my targets. Let's not be greedy. First target down here. Second target down here. I'm not trying to be greedy. And I move my stop loss down. And unfortunately, man, lots of drop frames of wheat. I should not have moved that first one, first target, but I did also move my stop loss, so that's fine. Here we go. Where is the strength in the market for it to be moving up like this and to continue in that direction, man? Come on. One thing I did not do was volume profile on the way up, so let's do that now. Let's do that now. So high volume node right there that we're hitting. Another high volume node down here where this 127% is, so that's a solid area to keep my first target. I will leave this further up, that low volume node. $253 central, 6 minutes to close. I am expecting, with my second target for it to come down another 10 points, so I'm not sure if it's going to do that. But the thing is, I can hold on to positions a little bit longer until past 3 o'clock, 10 minutes past 3. So again, my third hypothesis, my second hypothesis, that it might stay between 41.90 and 42.20 might be true. In fact, closer to 42.05. So just be on the lookout for that. I don't want to give back all your gains either, right? I'm going to keep the stop loss now tighter. I'm going to move it to 42.23, so 2 points. So went from $900 potential risk to $400, $600. So reduce my risk by a third. And hoping this bad boy continues to fall. Not hoping. Do not want to live on hopium. I heard that once and I'm sorry guys, I had to use it. Just do not see the strength, man. Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Just accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. Last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes of the day. Double top right around the VWAP. It's pretty solid occurrence. Something I could take advantage of earlier, but again, I was waiting for the weakness right around the VWAP, so that's when I decided to enter. So it's okay. I'll give myself a good entry on this, even though I did have to move my stop loss to allow my hypothesis to work out. Lots of accumulation here. Look at that, how strong that level is right there. It's been hanging out there for so long, but interestingly it did not move up. So it's going to exhaust itself. And it does. I'm hoping for a big move. I mean, look at that, man. Again, I used the word hope, but look at that move. It's going up. It's going to drop. 3 minutes left. Could be a fake out. Here we go, baby. Okay, there's 100% level. Low volume node. FYI, I'm at 1400 drop frames, which is 0.9% of all frames. So that's I want to keep that to 0. Under 0.5%. 0.4% or lower. Obviously much better than yesterday, I hope. We'll see how it goes when I take a look at this recording. Okay, so is that a resistance level now? 42.15. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. Since we are just a minute left in the day, it would suck to give back all these gains, but let this play out a little bit. Come on, man, there's such a big resistance there. How can you go up now? How can you go up now? Okay, we are 5 seconds left until trading day ends. just ended. Picked up some more sellers and then drop, baby, drop, drop, drop. Staying in that equilibrium. I'm gonna just get out. I say it and I don't get out. That's fine. So got out for a, take a look at my performance today. Gross $52 on what does that mean? 1 winning trade, 3 winning contracts, and 3 losing contracts. Okay. I don't know why I said that. Okay, it's weird. But yeah, I mean, not terrible. Cumulative, distribution, and yeah, 42.15. So could have got out here, got a little bit greedy. That could have been my exit right there, 42.13. Could have made a little bit more, but hey, all said and done, not bad. So yeah, takeaways for today. Just relax. The market will give you opportunities. The market will always give you opportunities. And for higher time frames, that's a great takeaway, great technical takeaway at least, is for medium time frame and higher time frame levels, watch out for 23.6% retracements. That's it from a technical standpoint. From an emotional standpoint, at the end here, where I was trying to exit, I was wavering quite a bit. I could feel myself wavering. Do I exit now? Do I keep staying in? Do I exit now? Do I get back all these gains? Like I was just, I really feel myself internally shaking, not knowing what to do. So getting more clarity on this movement decision. I know what to do to prepare time so that those moments of clarity, not being clear, become the moments of clarity for next time. So get clear. Yes, clear. One of those moments of decision are and work prepare to address that. So emotional states